Hello, I'm Henry Bluefield and welcome to the channel. Customer service. We've all had all kinds of different varying experiences with customer service, some good, some bad. I think we'd all agree though that when we have some really terrible customer service, it sticks in our brains and we remember that and we feel more obligated to share that because we feel so wrongly done by. We want to tell as many people as possible. However, when we receive really good customer service, we feel less inclined to share that message across and tell as many people as possible. It's less of an interesting story to say, oh, let me tell you about how good the customer service was at this place compared to, let me tell you about my bad experience. I want to take you through the experience I had, and it'll really highlight some components of great quality customer service that can be, if you're a business owner, if you're in customer service, it will be enlightening hopefully and share some really great value to see, maybe give you some ideas on what you can start to introduce or implement or alter within your customer service to really improve the quality of it to ensure it's great. Because as we know, the fundamental of keeping your business alive predominantly comes down to customer service, making sure you've got happy customers, happy clients that sing your praises or don't slander you. Either way, let's jump in. Products that I'm talking about is a pair of nice comfy winter boots I got from Will's Vegan Store or Will's Vegan Shoes, and great boots and everything, loved them. The only issue was it was just on one of the boots, as I was wearing them, the sort of sole had started to come away from the boot. And there was a bit of a gap, and then you could hear as I was walking that they would start to make a noise, but they're starting to fall apart to the point that if I was walking with someone, they would be able to hear the boot sort of making a noise as I was walking. It became quite frustrating. I went on the website and filled out like a feedback form that was about returns, which I found wasn't amazingly helpful because it didn't ask for any information. It just talked me through the returns process and then said, yep, you can now print this sticker or do it paperless and just take them to the local post office and ship them back to us. But I kind of thought, well, what's happening there? What's the resolution? I don't just want to send them back and have my money. I love the boots. I just want a boot that's not falling apart. I emailed them directly and just said I wasn't able to add any photos or fill in what my issue was. So here's the photos, here's the issue I've got, the boot's falling apart. Lo and behold, I got a swift response. It was the same day or the next day. But I'll show you the email that I got back, and I've highlighted some points here of just real key criterias. So let's jump in and review. First point I've highlighted here, I'm really sorry you're having this problem with your purchase. Just firstly, the first things first that they've jumped in with is just they are sorry that you're having any kind of negative experience. This is just telling me they want to have a positive experience. Very common, yeah, I'd stand by, and this was always something I did in my company. Next point I've highlighted, we are continuously working on improving the quality of our footwear, clothing, accessories. So it's just a refreshing point to know that they are constantly working on those improvements, and it is obviously quite a simple structure they have, and it's something that's just, I guess, like a template, and it's not something I've experienced in a lot of companies, and there will be a lot of companies that are like this, but I'm sure we can all recollect on stories of customer service where it's just instant attack back at you of no, here's why you're wrong as the customer and here's why we're right and great as a company. Whereas this is just straight away an apology and admitting that they are continuously working on making improvements and accepting. With that, well, on the next point I've highlighted here, quality problems can happen, and it's just accepting no one's perfect, and just by acknowledging that it's not a weakness, because I think this becomes a strength, but by acknowledging that and accepting that there will be mistakes, and in the manufacturing process it's not going to be perfect, but they're highlighting that when there is a problem they want to fix it and they want to make sure it's done well by the customer. And as I said, we'll always do our best to help put things right, and it's just really reassuring to hear. And what I really love is it's spaced out well, it's just simple, one line there, 2 lines there, it's just straight to the point, it's succinct, it's concise. And that's what I want in service. I don't want to you can have great customer service, but if you can just be quick and snappy to the point, don't waste my time. I love the fact that it's just like this. As you get to the next point, to help resolve this issue, I've put 2 suggestions. 1, 2. Perfect. Again, so quick, so succinct. And in those suggestions, I feel that they are quite understanding of the customer, empathetic, and it is supporting the exact points they've put above. We'll cover the costs to the repair, so it's proportional to the repair price. So just I go get them repaired, and they will cover the cost. Brilliant. Option 2: if you think the issue is too great to be repaired, not comfortable with having a repair, you can replace your purchase they can replace it. And I love the backup support here. So if you choose a replacement, please keep the current pair you have for seconds for a friend, charity shop, for example. I love this point, and I think it's great. I would say maybe it's different people will respond differently, but when I read that, I was like, oh damn, I'll just get another pair for free and see if I can get these repaired, and I've got 2 pairs of boots. Amazing. I think it's great that they're giving the customer that control and that leverage over to make the decision. And next point, this is to save the waste and the resources used, CO2 created from making a return back to us. I love this point, and it really reflects on what their ethos is, what they're all about. They are sustainable, the delivery's carbon neutral, they're vegan. It's all about helping the planet, and that is what is reflected in this exact point, is they want to do the most environmentally beneficial thing to ensure that the solution is helping the environment, helping the planet. So I think this is an amazing point to have, and something that really I'd want to introduce into customer service. I think this is one of the key valuable points, is showing their ethos and showing their commitment to the environment, and it's something that is just impossible to get in the fast fashion industry, whereas in something that is about sustainability and longevity, it's perfect. If you would prefer to make a return, no problem. Again, keeping it very casual, very friendly language. I love the fact that it's not too serious. Again, it's very quick to the point, and it's just no problem. And when they'll get back to us, they'll check them and either send on to a charity we work with or recycle them into new outsoles. Which again, they're giving you the solutions, but also explaining to you, giving you a bit of detail around, depending which option you pick, you get a bit of understanding of what will happen as a result. And I love that. And obviously it ties into what their ethos is all about. That's the exact kind of people they're trying to attract for customers. So the idea being, well, me as a customer, I'm very environmentally driven. I want to ensure that when I purchase something, I'm thinking of the planet. And if I am returning a pair of boots, or if I've got a problem with them, I want to try and find a way to just repair them so that I haven't got to have any waste, or if they are going to be replaced, I love the fact that I'm informed of what will happen if I send them back, and know that they won't just go to landfill somewhere. They will endeavour to repair them themselves, or see what they can do to take them apart and reuse aspects of it. And obviously, like a nice friendly, I hope I've been of help. It's putting the control with the customer. What do you think the best course of action is from here? It's showing respect, it's showing an understanding with the customer, and it's showing that they want to ensure that you are happy at the end of this. They want to make sure that the service they provide is something that you are happy with, to coincide with the products that they provide you. And if there is an issue with either of those, they want to ensure that it's great. If you have any other suggestions or feedback, we would be very happy to help. Again, they're just constant support. I love the fact that it's sort of come into this 3-section email that is, step 1, we're really sorry, we always want to improve. So it's sort of their response. Step 2, here's our proposal of solutions. And then step 3 is sort of, depending on what you choose, here is what the process will be. And then finally kind of off with, if there's anything else we can do better. I just think, again, looking at the format of this email, so quick, so easy, so simple. I was just overwhelmed. And with the boots, I ended up taking them to Timpsons, my local Timpsons, to get repaired. And the guy had a look and sort of fiddled around. I was like, I can stick some glue in there. I'm not sure how well it'll work, but I'll give it a go for you. Come back tomorrow. Gave me a little ticket. Went back the next day. They glued them. Tells you I can't even tell which one it is. Right, here we go. Yeah, so they've been glued, and honestly, pretty solid. So hopefully those will last well. But I've just informed Will's Vegan Shoes that they've been repaired for now. The guy in the shop, they didn't offer any guarantee. They just said, like, he's done what he can. See how it goes from there, which I will do exactly that. Carry on wearing them, because I absolutely love them. I think they're great. They do the job, and they're so warm. Like, they've got all this, so cozy. Anyway, so I'll keep wearing them. Hopefully they last, and that's done the job to repair them. Who knows why they fell apart. Well, not fell apart, but like started to have that issue. Could be just something wrong with the glue batch that day, or it could just be in the shoes in general. But I will point out though, Timpsons again, Timpsons, another great example of great customer service. They made that little repair, which was a little bit of glue, quick 5 minutes, let it dry. They didn't charge me a penny for that. So I think Timpsons is always really good at doing, every experience I've had with Timpsons, I often find they don't charge me for a lot, but when they do a job, they'll charge you for it. But when it's a little something, they're really happy, and they give you that really friendly service. You feel like, every time you go to Timpsons, you feel like you're going to a mate's shop. Like, oh, I'm in with the owner, I know him well, so he always does me a little favour on the side. Like, that's the kind of impression you get with Timpsons, because I find every time I go in there for a little something, they're just, oh, we'll be happy to do it for you, mate, no worries. And you go to pay and they're like, oh, there's no charge, don't worry about it. Which in one aspect, is that a good business model? But I think that does a lot, and that one kind gesture that costs, what, £3 in glue and labour, that well, I'm now making a video on it and telling anyone that watches this video, and that is the kind of response I'll get. And how valuable is that in marketing? Like on these, going back to this email, quick, succinct, concise, the service in Timpsons, service from 2 companies, equally brilliant, different in the way they was handling things, but just when you look at that, the marketing that creates for them is exponential compared to the cost. So the fact that a pair of boots, they were willing to absorb that cost, and as long as they could do right by the customer, I think that's incredible, and that shows brilliant customer service. So I hope this has been helpful. It's given you some ideas, especially if you are a business owner and customer service is something you've struggled with problems in before. Like we've all been there. I had it in my business with problems with customer service and trying to, like, you can't please everyone, especially if you're in something quite creative and subjective. Obviously my business is very different in gardening. Like everyone's got a different impression of what they want, so to manage that can be a massive challenge sometimes. But this is a huge, I've had an amazing experience with Will's vegan shoes, obviously with Timpsons, they're always brilliant. But I wanted to just share some positive news and make a positive video about some positive news on a positive experience. Share the positivity. So until next time.